because you need to start a new one. Okay, we're choosing the badge. Say we're going to use the same badge again. File, flop raise. Done. So now we need this bystander note selected. Think. Right, I'll just bring up some of my old hero notes I've done before. Right, okay, I think I figured it out. So here we were. We don't need that checked, pretty sure. So it's pretty standard, similar to before. Now we're going to the flop actions. And what we need to check is these boxes. This is an action that has to be performed by the hero. An action had to not be performed by the note recipient. Because the note recipient is going to be the person that actually makes the raise, and we're going to get the note on him. This is just an action that is performed by the hero. So we've got it here. We've wrote in here, look, hero bets flop, and we save that. Okay, cool. So we'll unselect all these. Let's select all these because this is the hero doing the bet. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going to the other actions, which is going to be performed by the note recipient. Check that. This is going to be the raise again. And that will be it. We want this checked, I'm pretty sure. Enemy had to be... Alright. I think it's okay like that. I don't think you need to check any of them. Because the note recipient is not the hero. The enemy doesn't have to be the hero. So yeah, you don't choose any of them. There we go. That's it. I'm just going to check it once more because it can be a bit of a head cave. The actions are the raised there. Previous actions is probably what makes it. Action had to be performed by the hero. Action had to not be performed by the note recipient. And that's just a bet on the flop. Perfect. And now we'll be saving that. Control and S. Okay, that's it. So now you should obviously do a seek, which is right click and then with seek. So I'll click seek now and I'll pause the video and see if we can Okay then, it's found one already. Interesting. This must be a pretty old one. A PKR name or something. That's not right. Right, I'll pause the video while I figure out why this is wrong. Okay, so all I've done to get it to work properly is change this from multi-way to heads up. There's not many people bluff raising multi-way anyway, so maybe I should have made all of these notes heads up. But anyway, now the note's working correctly. So I'm pretty much going to do the same thing for the turn as well now. Obviously, there's no point doing a video of me doing that because it's pretty much exactly the same as doing the flop one, except I'll be doing all the actions from here, obviously. So I'm going to save that, and that's done. Once everything's saved, you would have to go to the start here, perform pending actions, and then click proceed, and it's going to update all these notes. But it goes through all your entire database. Another way to check that you've done the notes correctly is to have a hand history of a flop raise. And then what you do is, I'll show you how to do that actually, because I've actually got a hand history here. So this is a flop raise. So copy that. Tools, test environment. And then there's actually a button down here that you click run, but for some reason there's a bit of a fault with this. There should be a slider bar here, and I can only actually get to this run button at the bottom by using this on my bigger screen, because there should be a scroll bar there. So you'll see it if you actually use this software. You'll see underneath, you'll see run, clear, and stuff like that. These are like the buttons that you use, and so I'm going to be clicking run, which is down here, like I said. Okay. It says run, replay, and clear, and there's a video as well that you can actually watch that's going to explain how to run this test environment. Right, so run has been clicked. And when you click run, you'll see these two options turn up here. Click on hand. It tells you, if it was heads up, the effective stacks, the board textures, king high with no board pairing. It's a 2 flush, as you can see, 2 straight. This would help you if you're actually wanting to make a note where you're choosing a board texture. You would be looking at something like that, I believe. And then you're looking at the players and stuff like that, what each different player has actually done in the hand. I guess the main thing is the actual notes itself. So who actually did the raise? Leon did the raise. And then we click notes, and these are all the notes here, and it'll tell you for because in this instance we'd be looking for a flop raise, right, note down here with a correct or a success. All these here it's saying, look, it calls C-bet in position, it says incorrect, pre-flop action and stuff like that. So This is to help you test to make sure the note's running correctly, because you might do a seek and not find anything and stuff like that, you know, might not find any successes. So then you'd go down here and see what is getting a success, and maybe go to your flop raise, and if it's saying, it'll probably tell you, you know, incorrect action, and then you'll be able to look at the flop raise incorrect action and find out why. It'll tell you, you know, because so and so didn't perform this action or whatever, and maybe you'll be able to pinpoint what you've actually done wrong when you've actually been creating your note. I hope I've explained that okay. It's something that perhaps if you play about with when a note's not working correctly, it'll make more sense to go through. Use a hand history of that's going to include something where, like for instance, this hand, it's showing a flop raise and stuff like that, so I decided to choose. So I've obviously loaded this hand here, I've clicked run, and then now these are all the notes that was potentially going to be created from just this one hand history. These are all these notes that are actually in this column here, and it's giving you, you know, successes and non-successes, as it were. And it's going to give you some explanations of why these are a success and why they're not. If it's not a success, it'll give you like incorrect pre-flop action or incorrect post-flop action and stuff like that, incorrect flop action. Something that you should actually play around with if your note's not working correctly. Okay. Right, well, I'll call that video. I'll be uploading this pretty soon with some more Notecaddy videos to follow. I'm obviously still learning it myself. It's a very complicated piece of software. Maybe I can actually quickly show you. No, actually, I'll pause the video now, and then when I've actually created all the notes here, by clicking start and doing performing the pending actions, then I'll go to a table, my replay table, and see if I can find the badge there so you can actually see how it's actually worked. So I'll pause it now. I'll be back soon. Right, I'm also going to make some other minor adjustments here to these flop notes. Here I've got play raise as a flop with these cards. I'm going to get rid of that because we have the option of this variable. Where it's going to actually tell us his flop hand. And rather than having that card range, I'm going to have flop hand range. There you go, I've saved that. And I'm going to change all the flop ones to that, because I think it's obviously a lot better to know what his flop hand is rather than it just showing you what two cards he's got on the board text. It's going to actually tell you that he's got a set or something like that. So there you go. It's going to be a little bit more specific. Okay, well, I'll just wrap this video up, and then in the next video I'll show you them Notecaddy badges actually working, which will be posted up probably at the same time as this video anyway. So, okay. Good luck at the tables, everybody.